Hey everybody, and welcome to the October 4th, 2015 edition of the Saving Progress podcast. You're with your host, Neo Northern Lion, recently fused with newfound alien technology to form a cyborg Let's Player, the likes of which the internet has never seen before.
This isn't going to go up the October 4th.
We're recording it on October 3rd. It'll go up November 8th after a series of technical difficulties and abject laziness. Anyway, I as always, am your host, Northern Lion, struggling with my inability to speak English. A lot is made about the plight of English as a second language speaker, but
I really fucking hate you.
Nobody cares about people who have trouble with English as a first language.
I do. Why? I mean, there's probably some people out there angry about it.
There's one person angry about it. They're not out there, though. They're in here. They're in this recording right now.
Is it Michael A.L. Fox?
Yeah, it's my co-host, Michael A.L. Fox.
I'm angry. What are we doing today, guys?
We're angry.
We're angry.
Well, you're angry. We're trying to calm you down.
Calm down, man.
How do you think? What do you think the best way to calm me down if I was sincerely angry? What would you
just
do?
gotta yell. You just gotta be like, "Calm down, man! Don't get so angry. Calm down."
Rule number one for calming someone down is to tell them to calm down.
Yeah, you just get, especially if they're not even angry, just tell them to calm down, and then they'll get angry, and you can calm them down.
Calm down, Fox. Calm down.
No, that makes
calm
me
down.
angrier.
Calm down.
Get angry.
Stop it.
That's my secret, Fox. I'm always angry.
This is stupid. Yeah. I can't die. I tried. I put a bullet in my mouth, and the other guy put a stop to it.
What? Oh.
That was, gifs of the Hulk on Tumblr.
.com.
Yeah.
.org. .xxx.
Man, Tumblr. It's a place. Don't go there.
Girlfriend.
And with us is Northern Lion's other co-host, Jay Smith. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Doing well, thank you.
He's assuming control.
Oh.
All right, so we have administrative notes this week, Michael A.L. Fox.
Yeah, go to forums.savingprogress.com and have fun.
It's a good place.
Yeah, there's lots of fan art going up.
I love the fan art. Actually, that's a good note because every once in a while I get people saying, "Yo, I did this awesome drawing of you or something. Where can I post it so you see it?" Usually I'll say Twitter, but actually the forum is an awesome place too because then everybody can see it and then adapt it into their own awesome works of art.
Yeah, there's a thing that happens that, like, all the fan art pretty much like turns into like a meme at some point, just like on like the forums, and I really enjoy those.
Yeah, it gets good.
It's nice.
You know what they say about art? Definition of art is anything that causes a discussion. So why don't you go to forums.savingprogress.com/discussions and check out some art.
Check out some farts.
Yeah.
We should make that a forum.
Check out some farts.xxx.
Yeah, .ca.
.tumblr.com.
/
I don't get Tumblr. What's Tumblr to me? Every time I see it is just like the GIF subreddit on Reddit.
No, here's the deal. Tumblr is where you go if you are like a teenage girl.
Okay. Check.
And you want pictures of like dudes with rocking bodies, pictures of girls that are really cute.
Okay.
Pictures of like cute cats and animals and stuff.
All right.
Pretty cool concept art and photographs and pictures of like the kind of porn that you're like, where does this porn actually exist? Because it's all like super like good looking.
There's like a lot of really nice looking porn, like photography porn. And so they're just like naked people, but like
they make sex look
it looks
good.
artsy fartsy, and
yeah, it's like every person you see, you're like, I would eat out of their asshole. I would do that. Yep. and then you go watch a video on like, whatever sites are out there, and it's like, oh man, dude,
Eating out assholes, the Michael Fox story.
So I'm still a little confused on the Tumblr part here.
It's basically a place that you can upload just various images, pictures, quotes, whatever you
Blogs
want.
and
Think
stuff.
of it as a scrapbook.
But every time I see it, it's always like somebody has gifed like a Louis C.K. bit or something, and then put the text underneath, and it's like his mouth is moving. It's like a deafness simulator. Like,
just don't follow that person.
I don't follow anybody on Tumblr because I'm
it's
on
kind
that.
of it's like a mix between Twitter and Reddit almost. Sort of, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's Twitter with pictures and all kinds of different shit. It's just that when you follow people, I mean, all their stuff is going to be in your feed, similar to Twitter.
Okay.
And so if you're only following, certain people that, maybe you follow someone that posts cats, or I have fuckyeahghostbusters.tumblr or tumblr.fuckyeahghostbusters. And so all I would do is post pictures of Ghostbusters. I haven't posted anything in like a billion years, but yeah, I used to do that.
Actually, a few people told me to tell Northern Lion to get a Tumblr. So, I'm telling you now.
It's going well so far. I'm sold.
Why is it? I just don't know why it's like necessary. I mean, you don't need it if you don't want it, but it's pretty cool to have. I have
Tumblr.
one, but I haven't been on it in ages though.
I use it pretty much every day now.
I'm really impressed.
It's a good way to meet people.
We're like Bumbler.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have any other administrative notes. Surprise.
Go check out the forums. Sometimes they're slow, but most of the time they're okay.
They've been picking up. No, they're picking up.
I think it's because like the pipes just weren't used for very long, and now like every packet of data that's sent just scrapes a little bit of plaque off the walls, and then it's getting smooth.
Well, that and we have little brief hiatuses between podcasts every once in a while.
That's
not
true.
driving too much traffic if we're not talking about it.
We should just record when we have time, like 8 episodes in a row, and just pretend like, oh yeah, I've been playing Assassin's Creed 3. The rape scene was really weird.
Dude, if we recorded like 8 episodes in a row, our average podcast is what, 2 hours long?
That would be a long day.
We like seriously. Oh my god, I would need to do it like in the bathroom just so I could like sit on the toilet and just like drink beer all day, and it wouldn't be good for anybody. It wouldn't be
you don't
healthy.
need to drink beer in the bathroom.
Well, yeah, but if I had to get up, like I have my microphone. I mean, I could be like you and just get up and like leave the podcast, and then I wouldn't be there. But like if I'm there in the bathroom, I could like be taking a deuce, or I could be peeing, and like also talking to you guys.
Or just put a diaper on.
Oh yeah, I
Gatorade
guess.
bottle, man.
Yeah, maybe.
Bottle.
Yeah, I suppose I could do the old Gatorade bottle. You guys ever have to do that in the car?
Yeah.
No.
When I was a kid, I couldn't figure out how to do it, man, because I was like, how do I jam this in that and then pee? So I was like 3 years old, and I just held the bottle up and then tried to aim like into it. Like I held the bottle upside down.
Oh no.
And then like a lot of urine went in, and then it just poured right out, like all over the car.
Yeah, gravity is a fickle bitch. Oh. Okay, so you guys want to talk about some video games?
Yeah, Josh Smith,
not
what have you
really.
been playing this week?
This week.
Yeah, this week. What are you thinking? I'm
this-
asking about last week. We already did that.
Oh, really? What about next week?
We'll talk about that when we record the next episode in an hour and a half.
All right, I can't wait. This week I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, which is strange, but I've been playing a lot of Minecraft with the people from the Saving Progress forums because we have our own Minecraft server. So I've been, pretty much dicking around with that, having a good time. Lots of good people on there. There's a whitelist that you have to register for on the forum, so go there if you're also interested. Yeah, lots of good times. I mean, just using really just casual mode, like all the way. Just I don't even care. Just hitting rocks with things and making some stupid shit. But yeah, it's kind of neat. I like it. Minecraft, good game. Then I started to play Probability Zero. Got into that game. It's fun. I did a quick look, and then because
This scumbag over here.
no, come on, man. Let's talk about this. Let's squash this beef.
Okay, so
Yeah, go ahead. Tell the tale.
I found out about probability 0. Got a hot lead from a secret source. And then I started playing it and was like, hey, maybe Josh will like this game. So I sent the link over to Josh and was like, Josh, maybe you'll like this game. 2 days later, signing to YouTube, this guy's already uploaded a quick look of it. He chomped my bit.
You didn't say that I wasn't allowed to record.
It's implicit.
It's like when you have like a hot story and you tell a reporter and then expect him not to do a report on it.
It's professional courtesy, man.
There is
what? No, you gotta say, like, this is off the record, right? Or you gotta say,
not even,
this is for the record.
If you say off the record or for the record, that means jack shit in anything.
No, it means. Well, you're right, but
yeah, it really. You could say, off the record, and then like say something like really like mean, nasty, or like juicy, and then like 2 seconds later, if the dude writes a newspaper article about it, then it's good to go.
Yeah, but then if it comes up in court, you can be like, I said it off the record beforehand. It doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't think that
He's
works
got you
too
there,
well.
Bob.
No, but yeah, you told me about it, and I figured I would go and play it. You told me, you're like, yeah, it's like upside down tower climb.
Yeah,
that's not true. It's not true at all.
I don't know shit about tower climb.
I don't understand why you don't know shit about tower climb. It's a really good game. You should play it. I'm surprised you haven't.
Toilet climb.
Oh my god, I'm gonna toilet climb your toilet and then upper deck you.
It's a short climb.
But still, it's a toilet climb anyways.
You might not need a harness.
you never know. Anyways, freaking, what the hell is probability 0? It's a 2D game, and the objective is like you're pretty much always the screen's always going down. So your objective is to go from the top to all the way to the bottom. But as far as I know, it's infinite. But it's also procedurally generated, so every time that you play, it's a little bit different. But basically the objective is to get as far as you can downwards. So along the way, you're going to be able to get various power-ups by destroying enemies or destroying certain blocks that give you stars and power-ups.
Yeah.
So once you accrue enough of these stars or what have you, you get to the next level.
Correct.
And at the next level, you're able to level up some sort of power. And the first one is always a stronger punch, the ability to shoot a star up in the air straight ahead, shoot a star straight above you, or shoot a star straight in front of you.
Correct, yes. Because those are abilities that you do not have before. You can only throw them directly underneath you.
Correct.
Which is pretty much useless.
Yes, unless there are those certain blocks that have like the star silhouette on them.
Yeah.
And so if you find those and shoot straight down, you get another star, or, one step closer to completing the level.
And I'm about to break.
Everything you say to me.
Take me one step closer to the edge.
And I'm about to break.
I hate you guys.
You guys remember that was Papa Roach, I think.
Was it?
I love the video for that. The one
yeah,
where
they filmed it in
skateboarding and then they're running down the street naked.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
And then there's like the car crash and it happens in reverse, right? So you can see that these were like real people before they got in this drunk driving accident, like assholes.
It was animated, like like cartoonish, and then all of a sudden it was like in a black room with a bunch of like bullet holes in it. That was pretty neat.
What's that one?
Corn.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then Michael Jackson shows up and he's like a werewolf.
He was the
crazy.
werewolf all along.
Oh my god. Probability 0. Basically, it's a pretty casual game, but with the upgrade system that's implemented,
a casual game.
You're able. It kind of adds a whole lot of depth to it. So fun game. It's only $5. So go to probabilityzero.com and check it out.
Do you know what else is $5?
I don't know, a hamburger.
$5 foot long. Subway, fresh.
Oh, is that what that was? Thanks.
That's Subway, huh? You $5 footlongs are not $5 here anymore. They're $5.73 or something.
Wait, serious?
It's like dollar stores being like, saying they're a dollar store, but really they're like $1.25 store. They're like $3, and you're like, what is this shit? You said it's a dollar store, man. Inflation.
I think we covered this on
we definitely
earlier.
definitely
I was
did.
just gonna say, it was like random deja vu. So, sponsor of Saving Progress. Thank you, Subway.
Don't
for
say
allowing us
that.
to
I
eat
don't want them to
fresh.
sponsor us.
Why the hell wouldn't you? You get cheaper food.
I'm
I
holding
like
out for
Subway.
Quiznos.
I like.
Man.
Okay,
I think I've only been to Quiznos once.
for, I don't know, some fancy one-up shop that's like in
One
New
Up
York.
shop?
One-up
Like a
shop.
one-time, not a franchise.
Oh, okay.
Mom and Pop's shop.
Well, not necessarily mom and pop, just not
Why?
like a franchise.
Isn't that what a mom
No,
and
mom and
Pop's?
pop shops are like shitty places that are run by mom and pop.
Oh, okay. So now they're automatically shitty.
Here we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a real dick, man.
I love mom and pop
Any
shops.
entrepreneurs out there that are starting your own business, make sure
It's-
you don't let
can't-
Fox in. He thinks that you're a scumbag. and he hates you.
Momandpopshop.tumblr.com.
It probably exists. And,
It's just a gif of like an old lady pouring gravy on some mashed potatoes.
mom and pop shop dot tumblr dot com.
How's it looking?
Still loading.
Oh, right, 56K. How is your internet lately? Do you have power?
The power has to be fixed. Well, okay, somebody has the URL, but their Tumblr, the title just
The
says,
URL.
The title of it just says, "This is a beautiful URL," and there's no content. I still kind of want to follow them.
This is evidence that time travel exists, man. Somebody has already listened to this podcast and bought the domain.
Oh, I wish that could. That's amazing. But then, wouldn't that be we would break some sort of space-time continuum by
Yeah,
knowing
that's
that?
exactly what that would mean.
It's
I
the
have no idea.
neutrinos. It's the neutrinos. They've been going back in time and fucking with everything.
Fucking neutrinos.
That's how I fucked your mother.
Somebody told me this
Nice.
morning, fuck you, that neutrinos would make a great name for a cereal.
They're high in nutrients and.
What was the name of the the Springfield Isotopes. I remember now.
I want some Crustios.
What else have you been playing, Josh?
Oh, I've been playing War of the Roses. I just got into that yesterday, but I'll allow you to talk a little bit about that since we play together.
Yeah, sure.
Is that cool?
That's fine by me. You've been playing anything else then?
Not really. I Counter-Strike a little bit and also Tower Climb. So
Yeah.
you should get into. I'm seriously. I don't understand why you haven't played Tower Climb yet,
I'm busy.
dude. You play video games. You play video games.
Yeah.
And you enjoy roguelikes and you enjoy roguelike
Yeah.
platformers.
Okay.
This is that. It's a good roguelike platformer. You should play it.
Maybe I will.
I want you to play it.
All right. I want you to.
Do you want me to buy you a copy?
You don't need to buy. I don't need your handouts.
All right. I would.
I'm
not
not going to
gonna.
be part of your system.
All right, man.
Dudes.
Yeah. Have you ever been on like the Counter-Strike like server browse mode?
Maybe. What's it to you?
It's kind of a strange place to go.
I didn't get into that because every time I would go there would be like, I'm so used to the 5v5 Counter-Strike style, and then there would be a server and it's like 20 on 20, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah,
just
I
be
was
dead.
on one of those servers and I didn't even get a kill. I was like, statistically, I should be able to murder someone here. And it just didn't happen. And it was on some new map too. Like I played on a skyscraper.
Yeah,
And-
there is a new map. Like there was like a title update, and there's real new maps, not just like custom made ones.
Right. And so there was one on a skyscraper and surprise, you can fall off and die. I did that. Accidentally.
Yeah,
But fun. I enjoyed it. We should play Counter-Strike again.
I like that game.
I know you do. That's why I suggested it.
But now I play too many shooters now, man. So like I've lost
What do you play?
playing that Natural Selection. War of the Roses is kind of a shooter.
It's not a shooter.
It is when you only play as an archer like I do.
Oh, you're lame. Just get the big... I need a battle axe in that.
I got a horse now.
Serious?
Yeah. You can't have horse archers, though.
That's kind of cool.
So I gotta choose.
So, yeah, you gotta choose too.
What I could do is just get on my horse and use it to, like, ride to the battle, because it usually takes, like, 5 minutes to walk to the battle from your spawn.
Yeah.
And then just get off my horse and start shooting people, and if anybody tries to chase me down, I'll just get on my horse and run away.
Get off your high horse.
It's a relatively medium-sized horse. Only, like, I don't know, like a dozen.
It's not like a
hands tall.
pony.
It's not a pony, no.
That's good.
It's a Shetland.
I hate you. Anyways, that's...
It has cruise control. When you get on the horse, it's like cruise control settings slow. And I'm like, it's a horse.
Of course. I rhymed right there.
Playing anything else, Josh Smith?
I don't think so, no. Not that I remember.
You don't think so, or you know so?
I said I don't think so, Mike Fox, alright? Get off my case.
Get off my
on your
high
case.
horse.
Get off Ryan's pony.
It's a Shetland.
And get off his shitland, too.
You guys want to watch Seabiscuit?
No?
No, I watched that one time.
War
and then-
Admiral is definitely going to win.
Word Merle.
You guys want to play Seaman? Don't even...
Yeah, I do, actually.
Wait, what the hell was that one
a
game that we
Dreamcast game.
played?
What?
No, the Spermatozoon. Let's play that again.
Oh,
It's a good game, man.
Spermatozoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the first time I hung out and did content with you guys. I
that
think.
was fun. Not
It was
really,
pretty bad.
actually. It was a shitty game.
It was pretty bad. Anyways, yeah, that was me. Michael A.L. Fox, have you been playing any video games lately?
I got a new game last night. Totally. You want to know what it is?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I just that's just a
Okay.
stop right there.
It's I finally downloaded Tokyo Jungle.
Oh, yeah.
Took me like 4 hours to do so, which is fine because I played some Mafia and Spelunky and recorded episodes while I was waiting. But so I got Tokyo Jungle, and I was like, normally I like to fool around with the games a bit before I do any sort of recording at all. But I was
Well,
like,
yeah, you got to fool around a bit before you commit.
Yep, you gotta diddle it around. And anyways, I was like, no way, Jose, I want this to be fresh and like raw. I want it to be raw. So I started playing, and it was fun. And
Can you tell me a little bit about the game? Because as far as I know, I have no recollection or idea. People are talking about like
'Kay.
foxes and alligators and like rape, maybe.
No,
I don't know.
I think you're thinking of a different game. This is a first-person shooter.
Oh wait, what game are we talking about?
Tokyo
That you
Jungle.
downloaded? Well, what the hell is the
Tokyo
furry
Jungle.
game then?
No, it's a first-person shooter.
What the hell is the furry game? Someone's telling me about furry games.
That's Halo 4.
That's Furry Forenzi.
Is that what you played too?
No.
I hate
I played
everybody.
Tokyo Jungle. It's a game where you get an animal and you go around and you kill other animals.
That's what I was saying, man.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Oh, you
Are you
son
guys
of a
hearing
bitch.
this madness outside my window?
No. Is it Sparta?
It sounds like someone has gotten the rage virus outside.
Oh,
It's just someone outside just... It's
That's pretty fucked up, man.
not even a dog, it's like a child. And like now all these engines have just turned on, so...
Are you
It
safe?
might be
Is
might
it
be like
safe?
Patient 3.
Do
Is
you
it
have weapons? No, you're in Canada.
I've got a
Where's that?
glass and a mug, so... You know,
So-
my throwing arm isn't what it used to be, but I could probably take out one with those.
Where's your cricket bat?
I don't live in England town or the West Indies.
England.
I bought a machete one time.
Why?
In case
Oh
of the
yeah, I
zombie
was
apocalypse.
there. We were at that what do you call it? That hardware store.
Oh my god, I totally forgot that you were there. Yes.
You hear this car
Yeah.
alarm?
That's
Yeah.
when I bought that American flag.
We do some weird things.
There's like a goddamn riot outside or something.
Oh, I hear that.
Oh, I can hear
I
it
heard
now.
something.
All right, everyone quiet for a second. What the hell's going on out here?
Is it a car horn?
Yeah, it's like it's the Tokyo jungle outside.
This
Oh,
is
God.
like technology amazes me, man. I'm 3,000 kilometers away, and I know of a riot going down on some hick ass street. in
Yeah, like the suburbs of my city.
We're rocking the suburbs.
Is it over?
I guess so. Everyone's dead.
That's
Well,
too bad.
To actually explain Tokyo Jungle, I was yanking Smith's chain, but yeah, it's a game where you basically tons of different animals. They even have dinosaurs eventually, which is exciting, I'm sure. But you start as this animal, and the premise of the game is pretty simple. Like, Tokyo has become a jungle because all the humans are gone and stuff, so the animals kind of take over, and they gotta fend for themselves. So you can control one. You gotta go and hunt, and it's got a basic kind of mechanic of stealth and sneaking. You can get in like little bushes and stuff, and kind of crouch down, and then you can lunge, do clean kills, take down other animals, or you can kind of just like brawl with them. And you have a ranking system. You get why are you laughing, man? This is serious business.
This game, it just.
I know it seems so wrong, but it feels so right. I just you rank up, and then you can mate with other animals like your species or whatever you are.
Can you go like outside of your species?
Can you what? Sorry.
Can you go outside of your species?
Not that I know of, but that would be cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be cool, huh?
Well, why not, man? It's life.
That is like the opposite of life. For me, anyway.
Hey, man, some people like to fuck horses or have horses fuck them. That's outside the species. Who are you to say that he's wrong?
Who am I? What happens in the bedroom or the stable of any other human doesn't matter to me.
Oh, don't have sex with animals, please.
Anyways,
Tokyo Jungle.
no, I'm not done telling my
Is it
story.
actually in a jungle?
It's Tokyo is turning into a jungle.
It's the urban jungle.
There's like trees and shit pouring through the asphalt that's crumbling away, and the buildings are all dilapidated. And you like can mark territory and stuff. There's these little
By
flags,
pissing.
so you can control certain neighborhood areas of the city to declare your alpha male status or whatever. And then you can go mate with some other chick, and you have to meet her standards though. And I was doing it with this one, and she gave me fleas. And I couldn't get rid of them. You have to get like medicine or go take a bath or something in a pool to get rid of it. But it's cool because when you go to mate with them, they always go up and they sniff the ass, and then they mount them, and then it goes to black. But it's so good.
And then they
so
mount
good.
them.
They mount them, and then you got a new generation, and then you control them, and they take on the traits of their parents and stuff. I killed I was a Pomeranian, those little kind of dogs that you just want to kick because they're so small and stupid. I took down a freaking hyena. A hyena.
It's not a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal.
I do it
Yeah,
every
come
day.
back when you take down a dingo.
I didn't see any dingoes, but I did get some jackals. I took on a pack of jackals.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was vicious. And I killed a chimpanzee. He had it coming.
So are you able to be a chimpanzee or
Yeah, you
any
can
of
you
these
unlock
things?
other animals and stuff by doing certain challenges through the game, by leveling up and marking your territory in certain areas and all that.
Please tell me that your character at least pisses when he marks his territory.
That's what he's doing, but they don't lift their leg, which really bothers me.
Well, some dogs don't.
Well, those are what we call female dogs. Or bitches.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
This is well, never mind. I was gonna say it's two Ben Folds references in 10 minutes, but it's Dr. Dre reference, I guess.
Nah, I mean, yeah, it can go either way.
Did you guys know Jay-Z was the executive producer of NBA 2K13 or whatever?
What do you
Yes,
mean was? The game came out literally yesterday.
Or is, sorry. He's done producing it. The game is done being produced, so technically
Yeah.
he was the producer.
He did 2K12 or whatever. I see my cousin playing it 4 months ago.
What
I was like,
what
the hell's Jay-Z doing in this game?
Yeah,
Making
I'm just
music
trying
for
to
it.
figure, what's he going to be like? Oh, yeah, we need more spin on that ball. And longer laces on them shoes.
Dude, executive producer means he gets a producing credit and he contributes $3 million to the production of the game.
There is one line, like every time that my cousin he played the game, every time it would open up and load, there was like this rap song about basketball, and it opened up with "Basketball is my favorite sport," and it goes on from there. I would imagine downhill, but I didn't really pay attention to the lyrics to beyond that because
Well, there's nowhere to go but down when you start at that amazing peak.
It was so.
This is tangential, but when I was playing Tekken Tag Tournament 2, like 2 weeks ago, I was online and I was playing this guy who had like DLC, and I was on this level and I was like, is that Snoop Dogg? There was just like a black guy sitting on a throne behind us, and it was Snoop Dogg, and he was rapping about Tekken.
Well, sometimes you just gotta do that.
It was like a Snoop Dogg, like a vault full of Snoop Dogg's treasure, and he's just sitting on like a big golden throne rapping about Tekken while I'm getting my ass kicked by this dude. So Snoop Dogg loves Tekken. Snoop Lion.
Yeah. Well, sometimes Snoop likes Tekken. I don't know.
He killed a man.
So it's like basketball is my favorite sport. I like dribbling up and down the court.
Oh, nice.
I forget what it was.
That's a killer rhyme.
It was something retarded. Oh. Anyways.
Good stuff.
What else you been playing, Fox?
Sorry.
Or if you want to keep talking about Tokyo Land Jungle.
Tokyo Jungle, man. It's good stuff. That's the only new game I played this week. Everything else has been old school.
My life is the Tokyo Jungle.
Do
What's that
you
even mean?
kills
Tokyo
chimpanzees?
Tokyo has the same population as all of Canada.
I lived pretty close to Tokyo.
Weren't you like 1,000 kilometers away?
I was, yeah. That's closer than I live to it now.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'd have to check it. But I'm pretty sure South Korea is closer to Japan than, central Canada.
Well,
I
you're
don't know.
3,000
You
kilometers
might want to check
from
Google
me,
Maps on that.
And I'm like a couple thousand kilometers from Japan, so yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're more than a couple thousand kilometers from Japan.
Yeah.
Unless you're telling me that, like, Canada is wider than the Pacific Ocean.
No, I'm saying, like, you're 3,000 kilometers from me.
Yeah.
Plus the at least, like, 2,000 kilometers away I am. So you're at least 5,000 kilometers away from Japan. Right now.
You're farther than 2,000 kilometers.
You think you're closer to me than you... Or you think you're closer to Japan than you are to me?
Well, maybe not. I don't know. The water, the ocean... It's deceiving. It's curved, so...
You've been looking at those Mercator projections,
how
man.
friggin'... What's the circumference of the globe? Like 30,000?
Oh, my God.
40,000?
Yeah, last time I checked.
69,000, I'm pretty sure. Something like that.
That's all you've been playing, huh?
Hey, Northern Lion.
What have you been playing?
That was a double team. Good alley-oop, man.
Thanks.
Basketball is my favorite sport.
I love dribbling up and down the court. I wish I knew the exact lyrics.
Cut up my jeans to make them shorts.
Anyways, Ryan, what have you been playing?
Oh, you asking me what I've been playing?
Yeah,
I'm
mean,
so
Fox already asked
unprepared
you.
to answer
I'll ask
this.
you too.
All right, well, let me think. Okay, so like older stuff, I've been playing a little Mark of the Ninja.
Again?
Maybe. What's it to you?
I'm just not saying anything.
Game comes out on Steam in like 2 weeks now.
I'm excited. I'm gonna get it when it comes out.
You should get it.
Yeah,
It's a good game.
I will.
All right, I've been playing some Mark of the Ninja. I've been playing some... Did I tell you guys about Half Minute Hero last week?
No.
That game's pretty crazy. Half Minute Hero. It's like an RPG, and it's kind of split up into levels the way, like a standard action game or something might be. But your interface is like top-down, like overworld type stuff. And every quest is the same. So like there's this wizard, and he's casting a spell that will destroy the world in 30 seconds. So you only have 30 seconds to beat each level. And contained within that 30 seconds, you've got to grind, like buy new equipment, solve puzzles, and then go fight the boss.
It's pretty intense.
It's fast. I mean, there are loopholes, like you can go to these statues and rewind time Like if you're at like 2 seconds left, you can rewind back to 30 seconds. But it costs gold, and gold is a scarce resource that again you have to grind to get in certain situations. The game's pretty crazy. It's very fast paced, a lot of fun, forces you to think about the RPG in a different way. $10 on Steam. It's been out on PSP for a long time, but
who has one of those?
Exactly. Everybody's got a PC, so
Well, not everybody.
Well, most
everybody.
people. Most people.
Most people don't.
Most people listening to this do.
I would. Yeah.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Some might have Macs.
That's fine.
Is it fine?
Get a PSP emulator, play it on your Mac.
Is
I'm
it
not-
in you?
Half Minute Heroes, Super Mega Neo Climax Ultimate Boy. It's a good game.
Basketball is my favorite sport.
Don't
I
even-
like the way they dribble up and down the court, just like I'm king on the microphone. I can't fucking do that
That's
shit.
pretty good so far. I thought you actually were JZ.
JZ. Really? That's
That's
you
what we
guys
call
don't
him
say
up
that.
here.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
JZ.
we do.
Nuh-uh.
Yep.
Serious?
Yeah,
Don't
you-
lie. No,
call him-
you're
call him
lying.
JZ.
You're pulling my chain. Like you were saying, Tokyo Land was a first-person shooter.
It is.
It
It's
is.
not.
Tokyo
not.
Land.
You're
is-
seeing it through your eyes. That makes it first person.
These eyes are
No,
crying.
don't do it again. Don't.
So I played a little bit of that. That game's good. I played some New Star Soccer 5. That game baffles the shit out of me. It came out on Steam. I think it used to be on iOS. Basically, it's like FIFA soccer, but you manage only one player, and it gets really into the banal minutia of a player's everyday life. You'll finish a game, and it'll be like, hey, your girlfriend's mad because you didn't call her. And you're like, okay, how do I call my girlfriend? And it's like, dummy, you didn't make enough money to buy a cell phone yet. And I'm like, okay, well, then why did she have this expectation that I was going to call her? And then it's like, she's super mad at you. And then you see your relationship status with your girlfriend plummet. And you're like, I just want to play some damn soccer.
Football.
Whatever. Well, it's called New Star Soccer.
It shouldn't.
If they called it New Star Football, it would probably sell 10 times as many copies.
Nude Star Football.
5.
69.
So that game's super weird. Or it'll be like, do you want to spend time with your boss or spend time with the team? And I'm like, well, it's kind of the same
Isn't that-
thing, sort of.
So, wait, does it play like a normal soccer game?
Not really. You play as it's almost like a Be a Pro mode from one of those sports games where you play as only one person. So you
Okay,
gotta put yourself into position and stuff and call for the ball. But it's it's weird. So does it'll be like, hey, you hanging out with your boss, and then you're like, oh, cool. So how do I get my score with my boss up? And then it gives you a concentration type game where it has all those cards flipped up, and then
You gotta get on your knees.
and then you have to match 2 cards. And then it's so you're talking to your boss, and I match 2 banana cards, and it's like, your boss is impressed with your healthy habits. I'm like, okay,
I'm pretty good at matching bananas, coach.
it's game's really
Put me
weird.
in.
It's $15.
That's too much.
It's expensive for a game that's garbage.
Oh, man.
So you and I have been playing. Well, I should mention before we get into this, continue to play Natural Selection 2.
Yes.
I like that game. That game's a lot of fun.
You never invite me anymore.
You could just hop on with me, man.
I never know when you're on.
Turn on notifications on Steam.
I don't like doing that.
Yeah, I agree. You ever get people that call you on Steam?
No.
I'll just be playing a game, and then I'll get this message that's like, hey, so-and-so wants to have a voice chat. And I'm like, well,
I don't know. So
yeah, I'm really not interested in doing that.
yeah.
So don't call me.
I'll be playing a game, and then all of a sudden I'll get a message. I'll be done playing it, and then I'll see you got a message hey, from someone I don't really know, and they'll be like, I see you're playing that game. I'm like, yeah, I was, but then sometimes I'll just ignore it.
You got it.
Sorry, if you're out there.
When I had notifications up on Steam, I would just start playing a game, and then I'd get 10 messages of people so are you recording that game? And I'm like, okay, dick bags.
yeah.
That's the thing with Steam is that when you enter a game, people know you're active and you're actually at your computer. But when you
Right.
enter a game, or at least when I enter a game, that's when I least want to be bugged by people. I just want to enjoy myself. You guys are an exception to that because if you guys want to play something, that's cool. But if people are just I just want to have a talk with you, I'm like, this is my not talking time.
Right.
for today's.
Yeah, even if, like, because I know that your notifications are pretty much always off.
Yeah.
And so if I see you're in the game, it's pretty much, well, if I send him a message, he's just probably not going to get it. So unless you're on, say, Skype or some other
That's
means.
the better way to reach me for sure.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Natural Selection 2, that game's fun. Getting a little better at it. Good enough to know when the people I'm playing with are shitty at least.
Are you commander yet?
I've commanded a little bit. I'm still pretty bad at it. And I only command Marines, but I'm getting a little better.
All right.
So, like,
Well,
what
next-
I really want is to join a server with, like, 6 people, so I don't ruin the game for too many people while I'm learning. Because there's still no practice mode or anything like that. But, yeah, that game's good. I wish that pre-ordering it gave you early access, because then it would be really easy to recommend right now. But, the game comes out sometime this month. They're being a little bit coy about the actual release date, but that's one of the most fun multiplayer shooters I've played in a long time. Up there with Global Offensive, for sure. I enjoy both of them immensely.
Section.
How you liking Prison Architect there, Ryan?
Oh, I've totally forgot about that. Yeah, Prison Architect. So, let's talk about Prison Architect, guys. Prison Architect is a game from Introversion Software. They're the guys. They were, like, one of the earliest, at least in this decade, big, like, indie heavy hitters. Like, they made Darwinia and Uplink and DEF CON and Multiwinia. And now they're back with Prison Architect. This is a game where you basically design and build and hire staff for your own prison.
Well, I just read your little description from your YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
Ever want to design your own prison? Well, too bad. This is Prison Architect.
Prison Architect is pretty fun, though. So the way that it starts out is that you get like $10,000 and you can make your... you can increase your income by, like, accepting contracts from the government. They'll be like, hey, we need a prison with, like, a kitchen, a holding cell, a canteen, and showers in it. And you're like, okay, I could build that. And then they give you, like, $40,000. So it's kind of like, almost like the Sims style, but people have also compared it to Dwarf Fortress. But I've never played Dwarf Fortress, so I can't really draw a comparison.
I'm looking at this, and that Dwarf Fortress was the first thing that I kind of saw in this game.
Fair enough, yeah. So you, like, build the foundation for your prison, and then you, like... kind of make walls and stuff so you, like, differentiate rooms from one another. Then you got to put specific things in certain rooms. Like, you can make a holding cell, but in order for it to actually count as a holding cell, you need certain objects in it, like a bench and a toilet. And for a cell to really be a cell, you need a bed and a toilet. For a kitchen to be a kitchen, you need, like, a stove and a fridge. Anyway, and then, after you get all this done, the game moves fairly slowly. So, like, the first day might take you, like, 20 minutes. But on the second day, prisoners start to show up, and that's where shit gets real crazy. Because you have, like, all these prisoners with their own individual psychology, and they, like, get in there, and basically they're just, like, never happy with anything. Like, no matter, you could put them up in, like, a penthouse or something, and they're just gonna be pissed all the time. Like, so the first day, like, 8 prisoners arrive, and usually for, like, 2 or 3 hours they're okay, and then they get hungry, and they start punching each other, and they get homesick and bored, and I'm like, well, you should've, we didn't go to put you in jail to entertain you, like, it's punishment. And then, yeah, usually... what it ends up basically being is if you keep the prisoners, like, too close together right now, riots break out. So what I've been trying to do is, instead of building, like, one big cell, I make, like, a bunch of little cells and kind of keep them separate. But then they get bored easily.
Like a jail.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just, like, a drunk tank or something.
Right.
You got, like, murderers and shoplifters in the same cell with each other. But...
You're asking for a bad
So I have, like, a cell block, and then they just get bored, and the guards do, like, no policing at all. Like, guard can just be standing beside a prisoner who's, like, punching the walls and shit, and they just don't do anything. So then the prisoners just, like, if they're in their own cell, all they do is become unruly and start, like, punching everything in their room. Like, they punch their bed, and then they break their bed, and then they punch the toilet, and the toilet breaks, and it leaks water all over the floor. It's a goddamn mess, man.
What if you made their cells a little bit bigger? If they had, like, more room?
They're not in prison to be on lifestyles of the rich and famous, Josh.
Dude, it's
well, that's true.
rehabilitation. It's not...
Not for some of these scumbags.
Well, you gotta show them that life is worth living.
Well, the thing, like, I make, like, a sweet yard. It's got, like, 5 weight benches in it and a bunch of payphones. And then they just go out there and they just bitch about how bored they are. And I'm like, go do some curls or something, man. Like...
Do they have a basketball court?
They don't have that in the game yet.
Oh.
They have a pool table, but then I put it outside, and I worried about it getting rained on. I don't know if that
Really?
actually does anything, but I was worried.
I don't know. I mean, you should do it anyways.
Well, I just thought about having, like, the greatest holding cell of all time. Just, like 10 pool tables and, like, a bunch of big screen TVs and stuff, and then the prisoners will be super happy.
Nah.
Maybe I'll try it. I don't know.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Because right now, I basically have I have 3 save files. I have one prison that's going okay, one prison that's going pretty well, there's not too much in the way of rioting, and then one prison that's just utter chaos. All the toilets are broken, and every time the guards come in and try to discipline them, they get in fights with the inmates, and one of the inmates got knocked unconscious, and then they just left him in his cell for 6 hours, and I'm pretty sure he has permanent brain damage or something now.
Oh god.
I don't know, man. Because you don't hire a doctor until a little bit later. It's a second level government contract. There's also a tech tree in the game, sort of. So you get a warden, and then the warden researches bureaucracy, and then bureaucracy opens up you can get accountants, chief of security, janitors, and stuff like that. Anyway, there's a big rabbit hole. I've only sunk in 5 or 6 hours so far. Game is crazy though.
This, I've been looking, and from what you're describing, this is pretty much Dwarf Fortress for prisons. And Dwarf Fortress, I mean, it's a crazy freaking game. If you're ever interested in getting into that, I recommend it. It's a bitch to get into because it's just incredibly there's so much stuff to do.
I'll wait for the HD remake to come out on Xbox Live Arcade.
I kind of wish, but I don't think Spoony, the creator's ever gonna really do that. But there's all sorts of other games like this and other games that are coming out that are along the same vein as Dwarf Fortress that might not be so hard to get into. I'm really interested in this game, Prison Architect. So yeah, I might have to check this one out.
Yeah, it's here's the thing with Prison Architect. The main people are always, when they look at it, they're like, this game looks really cool. But the thing that is negative about it is that to get access to the alpha, which is what it's in right now, it's $30. So people were like, shit, man, $30 is expensive. Now, the way that Introversion has kind of justified this is they're like, we don't want, this is alpha testing, we don't want 10,000, well, they probably have way more than 10,000. We don't want 1 million people in our game right now seeing this buggy mess and then telling their friends, don't buy it, it's a piece of garbage. So they're trying to make it so, the pricing is a little restrictive in terms of the audience that can actually afford or feels like they can afford to get in on it. So it's people that are more serious about things. But they're talking about releasing the actual final version of the game at a cheaper price than it's at right now.
Right.
So I don't know how that's going to make early adopters like myself feel about it. If we bought it for I paid $50 because I actually got I got one of the higher tiered upgrades, which allowed me to put my own prisoner in the game.
Was this Kickstarter or something?
No, they just have a kind of a Kickstarter-y setup.
Oh.
I almost considered doing that. Imagine coming across Foxman in prison. You'd shit yourself.
Yeah, I wrote up a bio for this guy.
Can you read it for me?
Oh, wait, yeah, that's another thing I wanted to ask. Is there, all sorts of character, backgrounds and, randomly generated, attributes for all these prisoners?
There's not yet. At least it's not visible, but when they ask you to put a custom prisoner in the game, they ask you to write a rap sheet and a bio and stuff like that and fill in his vitals. So I can only assume that later they're going to put in actual bios and psychology for each prisoner.
Right. That would yeah, because Dwarf Fortress it kind of generates all of that information. It generates the history of the entire world and the region, and also has all your dwarves too. They have their own different personalities that's randomly generated and all sorts of just crazy shit.
Yeah, they're gonna add something else too. At the $1,000 tier was the ability to add your own warden into the game. So you could. There were only 5 of those available, but they're gonna have how in Civilization every world leader has their own characteristics. Same thing. They're gonna have each warden is gonna have their own characteristics, and you get to consult with Introversion to make the characteristics for the warden to make sure it's totally balanced but still unique to each one. So I don't know, the game's it's intriguing. I mean, I've played a lot of it, and I'm going to continue playing a lot of it as it develops because I feel like it has a lot of potential. Right now, I kind of build my prison, and then I last for 2 or 3 days, and it just devolves into such chaos that I feel like I cannot continue, and I just start over. But I'm having a decent amount of fun with that in its own right, so I'm interested to see what happens, and Prison Architect is an interesting time so far, for sure.
Yeah, good stuff.
And you and I have been playing War of the Roses. War of the Roses is pretty crazy.
It's very, very interesting. And on retrospect, even while we were playing, we said this game, I like this game.
Yeah.
But even on retrospects, sometimes you play a game and you look back and maybe I didn't like it so much as I did. But I think I want to play that game again.
Yeah, I played a lot of it. We played like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe the other night. Mm-hmm. And I played another hour and a half, like 2 hours today. And I think overall my impression of that game is pretty positive. There's problems. It's not without its problems for sure, but it's pretty positive. For anyone who's not familiar with War of the Roses, it's basically like think of Mount and Blade. So it's like a medieval combat type game, and it's multiplayer only. And the big selling point, I guess, is that you can have like 32 or 64 player servers. I'm not sure if it goes higher than that, if there's any like kind of internal restriction on player limit. And then you have like these huge, large-scale battles. So some of it's team deathmatch, but the more interesting stuff is like, you know, capture these control points and like basically besiege your enemy until you win. And so it's not like guns and stuff like that. It's hand-to-hand combat with like swords, lances, battle axes and stuff like that, as well as ranged weapons like crossbows and longbows and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You got anything in particular?
There's like spears.
Yeah,
no, okay. So the combat, the melee combat is strange.
Yeah,
not strange. It makes sense if you think about it, but how it's actually like implemented, and you have to think even more about it before what you do. So basically, if you want to attack someone, you click the left mouse button and you kind of move your mouse in a direction. And via whatever direction that you move it in is the kind of attack that your character is going to do.
Wait, is that true?
Yes.
I thought it was just like it randomly cycled through
melee
attacks.
No, so like if you melee attack and you like pull your mouse backwards, that does like a kind of like a lunge attack, like it jabs. Upward, if you push it upwards, you'll bring it back above your head and do like a downwards attack.
Okay.
And to the either side is obviously you swing to the left and swing to the right. I'm pretty sure that's like the left and right. That's how that works. But yeah, so there's depth into that. And there's also shielding for block, which is using the right mouse button, and you also have to put that in a certain direction, and you'll block in that direction. So while you're in the middle of combat and this big like melee is going all around you, you have to kind of keep this in mind, but then you're also worried about the 10 dudes that are surrounding you and, you know, stabbing you with various swords, picks, axes, and daggers, and then you have 3 dudes like you with your freaking bows launching those at us too.
I mean, to put it politely, it's oftentimes the levels are a clusterfuck. There'll be like 10 dudes on each team, so like 20 dudes just having this huge like all-out battle royale in the middle, and then each team will have like 5 or 10 archers on the outside, just like flinging arrows. It doesn't even matter, like they don't care who they hit.
Right.
It's just insane. You could be fighting like 1-on-1, or you could be fighting like 5-on-1, or you could be fighting 1-on-5.
Right. And sometimes it's crazy that there will be people with there'll be one person on one team and then 3 other people from the other team that are surrounding, and that one person he can win. And I don't know how it happens, but I think because there is, team damage that's on. So all these 3 people are trying to gang up on them and attack at the same time, but they're just attacking each other. So this one dude, he's pretty much like, well, yeah, if they're attacking each other, I have, free reign to attack them. And so, yeah, kind of have to keep that in mind as well. It's crazy, and it could get like really down and dirty, but I love the maps that are pretty much a battle the entire time. I just had such a good, it was so fun to just run into a big, crazy people just like everywhere, and everyone's throwing their swords and axes and everything around. But that one level that we played, where it took seriously a minute and a half to get to the center of the map where everybody was.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that was... it was like, you have to take this long-ass trek, and then you get there, and then you get obliterated, and then you're just like, well, shit, I have to wait 10 seconds to respawn, and then I have to walk another minute to do this all over again.
The thing that separates War of the Roses from like a lot of multiplayer arena-type games is kind of what you touched on, where... if you look at a game like, I don't know, like a standard first-person shooter, or even something like Natural Selection 2, it's a lot of, like, movement, a lot of, like, puttering around, punctuated by, like, brief bursts of combat. Mm-hmm. War of the Roses has, like, the highest concentration of time you spent in combat of, like, any multiplayer game I've ever played in my entire life. You're either doing, like, one of 2 things. Like, 10% of your time is spent walking to wherever the main battle is happening, and then the other 90% of your time is spent fighting in it. Because it's, like... you can be insta-killed, but it's quite rare. So basically, like, you're just going to be duking it out for probably like 2 or 3 minutes per life at the very least.
I just thought of a semi-comparable game,
All right.
and bear with me now. I don't know if you played it. It's Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy.
I never played it,
Yes.
but I know it's a popular.
It's
Entry.
similar to that because, you know, in that game you had control of 3 different lightsabers. You could have the single lightsaber and have its own skill set. You had the dual lightsaber, which had its own skill set, and then you had the lance lightsaber, which had like the dual blades or whatever. And that also has a certain skill set. And so, you know, the melee and like having to think about, you know, where your hits are going and what directions they're falling in. That really reminds me of War of the Roses, and I'm kind of shocked it took me this long to realize that. But yeah, I sunk a lot of hours in the Jedi Knight Jedi Academy online back in when I was playing on regular Xbox.
Nerd.
Super fun game. I really enjoyed the combat of that. There was always like these duel matches that we could get into, so it'd be like 1-on-1, and whoever won that match would just face on whoever's like next in line. It was a fun game, and it reminded me a lot of War of the Roses now that I think about it. Good stuff.
Yeah, War of the Roses, it's interesting, man. The thing I like is, like, as you play, you get money and experience, and as you get the money and the experience, you can, like, upgrade your custom class. So, but normally, like, the basic classes are, like Footman, who's just, like, a dude with... Footman, just a dude with a sword and a shield, and then you can be, like, a longbowman, a crossbowman, or a foot knight who has like heavier weaponry and heavier armor. But then eventually you unlock this custom class, and the custom class lets you basically choose like whatever weapons you want. So over time, once you get like high enough levels and enough money, you can actually like custom make your class to tailor to be like your combat style. So now I have this horse, as I mentioned a little early in the podcast, or earlier when we were talking anyway. And
it was still earlier in the podcast. You're
right.
good to go.
So like now I never have to worry about like walking to a battle because I just take my class. I call him Renaissance Man because he does a little bit of everything.
Wow.
And it's
wow.
War of the Roses.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
Because it takes place in like the 17th, 16th century.
Thanks.
Well, I was telling the viewers, maybe they don't know.
History lesson.
And so I just like ride, into battle. I was on my horse for a while with a sword, but I couldn't hit anybody, so I just kind of rode it around.
Yeah, you gotta get a lance with the sword.
Yeah,
dude.
I know, but I don't have enough money after I bought the horse. I didn't think about that. But that's the one of the things that irks me, because the combat also irks me sometimes, because I think it takes way too long to kill a dude.
Yes, I would agree with that.
So yeah, because like people have 100 health as far as I can tell, but armor also takes away from the damage that people take. So you'll like stab a dude through the chest with a sword, and then you'll get spurted with like a gallon of his blood, and it's like 5 damage. Really?
Yes,
5 damage?
It doesn't make any sense.
So you can like you have to really hack at a dude to take him down. That's why I spend most of my time as an archer, because like even if you just like glance somebody with an arrow, it's like 40 damage or more, and a headshot is 100 damage, which is usually an instant kill.
Right.
So I spend a lot of time as an archer, but the thing that really gets me is that I think there's like a huge imbalance of the rewards that they give you in that game. Like, I mentioned this to you last night, but if you're playing like a control points type game, assisting on capturing a point, which basically means just standing at the point until it's captured for your team, gives you 1,000 experience and $1,000, and a kill gives you 10. And like and like an assist gives you 5. Reviving a teammate gives you 300, and that takes like 2 seconds. Same thing,
Right.
like if you knock an enemy down, then executing them gives you 300. That takes like 2 seconds.
The executions are badass.
They
That's
are.
me.
You like cut a dude's head off with the edge of your shield. It's pretty nice.
And then you like take your dagger and stab him a bunch of times in the face.
But like, okay, so here's as an archer, here's how it usually goes for me: is I'll like be on the outskirts of a battle, I'll headshot some dude, I'll get 10 points for knocking him down, and then somebody just in the middle of the battle runs over before I can get to him and executes him and gets 300, like literally 30 times
yeah.
what I got for executing that sweet shot. But so yeah, like every match for me is like, especially on the control point ones, is just like get point 1, get point 2, try to get point 3, and then you're like, okay, well at least I got $3,000 here. And that's,
right,
that's,
and as soon as you get point 2, if you get point 3, chances are you're gonna take the game.
Yeah.
There hasn't been too many times when I've been on the team that failed to get point 3 and then still win.
It's
'Cause
very
there's 5
there's no
points in total.
teamwork, man. Like people still like there's no communication in this game, which is weird coming from like playing natural selection so much, where there's always teamwork. Like I've never heard anybody use voice chat in that game. I don't even know if there is voice chat.
No.
And
I think there might be.
the only time I ever see people talking in the chat is when they're bitching about something like, "Oh, when are you gonna get off that horse, pussy?" Or like, it's just people that are furious all the time.
I'm pretty sure that's what they thought in the medieval times too. Get off the horse, pussy. Get down here and I'll fight me like a man.
Oh, these goddamn Mongolese horse archers. Mongolian, I guess, not Mongolese, but
I don't know. What is that? Is that like the new internet phrase now?
Mongolian?
Call people, yeah.
Was that Natural Selection 2? We were playing that, and that guy kept being like, "This Mongolian keeps killing me."
I think you just called him Mongol.
Oh yes, it's like, God, the team's a bunch of Mongols.
Yeah. I had never heard of that until Natural Selection 2. I was just wondering.
I've never heard of it before or since. So I don't know.
Mongols.
So War of the Roses is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
that's $30. I don't know if I feel like it's worth $30, but I'm having a decent time with it.
Mm-hmm. And, what is the other one that's coming out?
And I was just going to talk
Chivalry?
about that because I got my code for Chivalry today.
Oh, damn it! Did you play it?
Yeah, it's like pretty much the same game, except it's, you know how we complain that in War of the Roses, like, people take too many hits to take down?
Yes.
There's the opposite problem in Chivalry, which is just like somebody hits you with an arrow, you're dead. Like somebody touches you with their sword, you're dead.
See, I was kind of drawn into that factor. Maybe not so much one arrow will kill you, but it's completely opposite in War of the Roses, where you see people walking around with arrows in their face all the time. Yeah. Like it's just like, regular fucking day in the park.
A dude gets shot through the head, and you can like see the arrow poking out of his face, but you can just go over and like revive him. And then he's like, "Oh, thanks. Like, no problem.
He's like,
all I needed was a morale boost."
Right. So Chivalry, it's pretty much like a one-hit KO?
Well, like 1 to 2. I only really played like 45 minutes to an hour of it. The thing that's cool that I didn't get a chance to see too much of in the multiplayer is there are like siege weapons. So, like, you can man a catapult and you can man a ballista, I don't know. And you can, like, there's fire-based weapons as well, so there's, like, fire bombs that you can throw on people and light them ablaze.
So, the one thing I would be concerned about from not playing that game yet is if you're gonna die so easily and die so fast, you need a lot of people or a really low spawn rate.
Yeah, you spawn really quickly.
Okay.
Very quickly. And the servers are, like, the same size. I think there are roughly, like, 32-player servers, mostly. But, again, I haven't spent too much time in the multiplayer server browser for that. I found that I spent most of my time in that game playing as an archer because...
One-hit KOs.
Exactly, and at least you're not, like, directly in the battle. Like, if you're in the battle and you've got 3 guys on you in War of the Roses, you're probably going to die, but you stand a decent chance. In Chivalry, you're just fucked.
I love that. I absolutely... I like the melee, like the combat, like I want to be up there and in the front lines and, getting my shit handed to me or handing shit out to them. I don't want to be out there. I don't want to be the Northern Lion. Oh, look at me. I'm just... Headshot. Yeah, that's another thing about War of the Roses. If you get a headshot, it literally says in like the Unreal Tournament voice, headshot.
Yeah, the kill streak. And you know how much a kill streak is worth? 3 kills in a row? 15.
Yes.
That's good.
15 points.
It's literally the equivalent of... Oh, no. Wait, that's... How many you get to kill?
Well, you get 10 for the knockdown, whatever for the damage, and then 15 as a bonus for the kill streak.
Wow.
That's the other thing, is that you get 10 for a knockdown, but if you hit them and do 11 damage, you get 11. Like, it strikes me as super weird. But yeah, Chivalry, I don't know. Like, I was frustrated when I was playing it, but I'm going to invest more time in it. It's not done yet. There's a lot of, like, grammar errors, and those aren't necessarily...
Oh, no.
It's not fair for me to maybe get on the game for that, but...
It releases this month, I thought.
Yeah, I think so too, but you'll, like... this guy will be giving you a tutorial, and there'll be subtitles at the bottom. There's also voice acting, but the subtitles will say, like, "You're amazing," like, Y-O-U-R, and I'm like, oh, no, like that. And, like, you start in this, like, military camp, and there's these banners around that tell you where to go, but the banners are, like, quite clearly just written in, like, Microsoft Paint. So I don't know, but it could be. It could be
what
good.
What has the better tutorial?
They both. Chivalry has a better tutorial because the tutorial for War of the Roses is awful. Yeah, it's like, do you want to go? First off, it doesn't even say like you should probably check out the tutorial. It's just like, do you want to? It's your own risk. And then the tutorial doesn't explain anything at all except how to shoot arrows.
Yeah. And it tells you to shoot arrows, and it tells you to capture points.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. I mean, but you start as an archer class, but you also have a sword.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you have a sword, but if you pull it out, it doesn't tell you how to use it. You're just like, well, you could shoot an arrow if you had your arrow
That's
pulled
the
out.
other thing about
jackass.
War of the Roses, is that I feel like custom classes give you a huge advantage over new players. Not just because you have more experience and are probably more skilled at that point, but like the standard archer class doesn't have a shield, right?
Right.
So, but now my archer he's like basically just an archer class with a horse and a shield, and armor.
But the archer class also has a sword and a dagger.
Yeah, but
The
now
generic one.
my archer has a sword and a shield
Oh.
and the bow and the horse and armor.
Oh, okay. So your guys just
Yeah, so now before if you're an archer, the
you are the Renaissance man.
the balancing factor for being an archer was that if somebody like charged at you, you're basically fucked unless you can headshot them under pressure as they come in at you. But now,
Right.
like whenever they close the distance, I just pull out my shield and sword and like fight them the way that they want to fight.
You're right.
Anyway,
Huh.
that's what I've been playing.
Is there classes? Or is there custom classes in Chivalry? Or you haven't played that enough?
Yeah,
yet?
there's like archer, knight, which is like the heavier, tankier class, and they get like halberds and warhammers and stuff like that. Vanguard, which is like the assault class, and then there's one other class that I didn't spend much time with. You can
Sniper.
For projectiles, you can throw axes at people, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's badass.
They throw kind of weird, but
Well,
it is an axe, I guess. But
you're throwing an axe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the season for medieval combat simulators, I guess.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah, that's me for this week.
know.
There's been like no good big new releases this week. I think everyone has decided we're gonna get the fuck out of the way because Dishonored and XCOM come out next week. So
Yeah.
we're gonna create like a space where everything could just breathe.
What about Sega?
Sega is releasing. I guess we're just gonna transition to new releases here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sega is releasing. Okay, Hell Yeah came out last week on XBLA and PSN and came out today on PC. That game's alright. I don't know. Its opinion seems to be like wildly diverging on this game. Like there's some people that are like, this game's a lot of fun, like 8 out of 10, and then there's some people who are like, I didn't crack a smile the whole time, 2 out of 10. I think the game is alright. I don't think it's bad. I think it's
Oh wow, what a great stance.
Why don't you put everybody else in the black and the white and stick you right in the gray? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
makes me seem like a more reasonable person.
But asshole.
Yeah, so that came out from Sega. And they also released, or coming out this Friday, Sonic Adventure 2 on XBLA and Nights into Dreams on XBLA. So I don't know what's, like, if somebody, Mr. Sega and Mr. Microsoft got together over drinks or something, because Sega's been pumping out a huge number of titles for downloadable services over the past few weeks. Like, Jet Set Radio Future, or sorry, this is the original Jet Set Radio, just came out for
Steam.
and XBLA.
Yeah.
And now, like, Sonic Adventure 2, Nights into Dreams, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Is that, that might be Capcom. Let me check.
I do need that Jet Set Radio game. I really enjoyed Future, but I never got to play the
I
original.
heard it's showing its age, shall we say.
Really? I heard this looked pretty good. I mean, just like a higher resolution. I mean, the art style isn't something that...
Who made JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, man?
I don't fucking know. I'm not
Capcom. It's
JoJo.
Capcom. Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
Glad we
so
got
yeah,
that
I
out of
don't
the
know.
way.
Sega's been pumping out a lot of shit.
Poop.
How do you guys feel about Sonic Adventure? I never played those games, so...
I played the first one. I loved it. I played it a bunch, actually. I never played the second one or anything.
All right, well,
after.
I didn't ask for your life story.
Well, I gave it to you because I wanted. No, Sonic Adventure. It's a fun game. I really enjoy. I played it on the original Dreamcast when it came out, and I just remember listening to The Offspring Americana a whole lot.
Oh yeah, those were the days.
So every time I hear, one of those songs, like what is the Job song?
When you get a job.
Well, yeah, that one. Every time I hear that, I'm just like, oh shit, I played Sonic Adventure to this every time without fail.
Track 9,
But
man.
yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. But I've heard good things about the second one. Some people say that it surpasses the first in terms of funness. But
For me, it's like this weird kind of like profiting on nostalgia. And I'm not saying it's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but it's like, so people like me, and I guess you, who didn't own a Dreamcast, or you did own a Dreamcast, you just never had.
I did own.
You just never had Jet Set Radio.
Correct.
Making you the one person on Earth who owned a Dreamcast and not Jet Set Radio.
I'm not gonna apologize.
But so now there's like people like you and me who were like, oh yeah, I heard really good things about Jet Set Radio 13 years ago. Right. I should check that out. I should pay $15 for that now. And I'm like,
yeah, I think that's gonna happen if I ever get like a PlayStation console and be like, I remember Parappa the Rapper seemed good. Pretty cool. And then I'm gonna play like a remake in 2015 of the original Parappa the Rapper. Be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Well, the thing is, it's like Jet Set Radio is part of a genre that evolves very quickly after Jet Set Radio, right? Like after Jet Set Radio, you get the Tony Hawk games, and like. I watched the Giant Bomb Quick Look on Jet Set Radio, and it seems super frustrating. Like they just throw you in a level, and they're like, "You got 20 minutes to tag every single part of this level that we've marked for you with graffiti, and if you don't get all 50 of them, then you have to start over at the beginning." And I was like, "Oh, I never want to do that."
Oh man!
And it is like it's like 20 minutes per run, anyway. So I mean, I'm sure there's people who love Jet Set Radio, and this is hearsay basically of just watching somebody else play it. But I don't know, that game doesn't look that appealing to me. But I definitely feel that like profiting on nostalgia thing, because when I still had my Wii, that was like the only reason I played it. Is like every week I would check on the Virtual Console releases and be like, oh, I never played Gunstar Heroes. I'm gonna shell out like $15 for Gunstar Heroes now.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a good game though.
Gunstar Heroes.
Yeah.
How good?
Yeah, it's like a multiplayer Contra basically. It's a Metal Slug.
Oh, okay.
And you get it, well, I guess up until yesterday, you could have gotten it on PC by pre-ordering Hell Yeah, Wrath of the Dead Rabbit on Steam.
So I lose.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You can probably get it in one of the Sega collections for like $3.
I'll do that. No, I'm not going to do that. But I'll say I'll do it, and then think about it at some point, and then probably still not do it.
I feel you.
Do you?
Well, not right now.
Oh, later?
What other new releases have we got this week?
Resident Evil 6.
Oh yeah, people hate it mostly.
Some people like it.
Some people like it.
Some people, yeah. I don't know. I haven't played it.
We've talked about this, but basically none of us are Resident Evil fans, really.
Right. Not enough for me to buy it for $60.
Yeah, I'll play it if you guys buy it, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I won't. I'm not even gonna buy it if you guys buy it.
So Cortex Command came out on Steam. This is a game I first heard about it, but it's been in development since like 2003 or 2001.
What?
So like 11 years.
It sounds familiar.
It was part of like the second Humble Indie Bundle.
Okay.
Back when it was in alpha. And then people have just kind of assumed that it's been dead for a long time, because basically like it would go like 8 or 9 months or 2 or 3 years between updates. And then it kind of surprised everybody by just I
have this game.
Yeah, you should if you have the Humble Bundle.
The Humble Bundle, yeah.
And that code will work on Steam if you want it.
Okay.
It's $20 on Steam. Now here's my experience with Cortex Command. Is I played it back when it was in the Humble Bundle and was just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes.
Like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. And so I was excited to play the Steam release, and I don't know what's going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I specifically remember, feelings of not knowing what was going on or what was happening or why I was in a desert in a cute, like a cave thing.
Yeah.
And I don't think I really progressed anywhere beyond that.
It seems like a really complicated, a really detailed game, shall we say? Because like you have this like combat element where you're like moving a robot around, and you gotta like pick up weapons and pick up tools and mine gold and stuff to fund your empire. But then you're also like, there's like an element of like space domination in it where you're like scanning a planet. I don't know. I've only played like half an hour of it. I can't figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
I'm looking at the screenshots.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like Terraria-ish. Is it more of a
It definitely
Metroidvania?
it has a Terraria type influence or not influence, but interface for sure.
Okay.
But I think it's more of like a kind of like a strategy and combat type simulator. I feel like the game blossoms the more you play, like it gets wider in scope, but I can't even figure it out at its narrow scope, like what the hell I'm supposed to do.
Right.
Like it almost looks like
the entrance fee is too high.
Well, like at the level I'm playing it right now, which is like basically brand new, it's almost like a real-time Worms.
Oh, okay.
But I can't figure out how to be not awful at it.
You can't figure out your ninja rope and dynamite.
I can't figure out how to like move left and right and not just like wait. I just like the tutorial. It's like, hey, use space to jump or use space to use your jetpack. Left click on this weapon to pick it up. Okay, now protect your brain. And like 8 dudes just rush at you, and then I just like go up and try to fight them, and then it's like your right arm got shot off. Sorry, you can't use your gun anymore. And I just watch my base get destroyed. Well, I just sit there doing nothing.
You can cry.
I have cried. So I'm reserving judgment on Cortex Command until I get into it a little bit more, because people have told me, yo, you would really like Cortex Command. Right now, I respectfully disagree because I'm finding it incredibly difficult to get into, but it's out now. It's $20. That's a lot of money for an indie game.
Yeah.
It's an above average price, for sure.
Yes. Especially if you got it on... Wait, so my Humble Bundle code will work for this? So I have this game, pretty much.
Yeah, you just have to go back to the like Humble Bundle website and figure out what your code is.
6969.
Nice.
No, don't steal my game.
What else came out this week? NBA Live was supposed to come out this week, but EA canceled it again.
They canceled the game?
Yeah. Just like 2 days before it was supposed to come out.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
It was supposed to come out this Wednesday. EA announced on Monday that they were canceling it again.
They didn't postpone it. They were just like,
no, get
nope.
canceled.
Wow.
But why?
Dude, I don't know. You remember, like they were going to come out with NBA Live. They were going to reboot it, and then that viral video came out of the guy playing the NBA Live demo, and the dude was just standing in the middle of the court with his like arms outstretched.
I didn't see it.
Well, anyway, that was part of the reason that EA canceled NBA Live in the first place, because basically they've just admitted that 2K makes like the better basketball game.
Didn't EA just have some trouble with one of their Wii soccer games that came out?
Yeah,
like
they re-released FIFA 12 as FIFA 13 on the Wii. That's crazy. You can't do that.
Awesome. That's so awesome.
Like, who makes these
like,
decisions?
Year after year, people bitch and moan about sports games is literally like not changing. And then EA was actually like, well, let's give it a shot and see what happens if we don't change anything. Oh god.
Did anyone actually hear confirmation of that news, or was it just we all heard the same rumors?
I think we might have all heard the same
rumors. We should make sure about that before we say it. But it's a funny story.
It's damn awesome. I really want it to be true.
Here we go. FIFA 13 on Wii is virtually identical to FIFA 12 on Wii.
Yeah, I believe it.
Let's take a look at the story. Oh my god, like the menu screens are like exactly the same. Oh man.
I mean, I wonder if I have no idea. Maybe they just thought that their Wii, like who the hell is buying this game for the Wii anyways? We're EA, it doesn't matter. And
the results are stunning. Not only does it appear as though there were absolutely no graphical enhancements, every single gameplay mode is the same. The adjustments consist solely of an update to the team rosters and uniforms.
Yeah. I mean, what else do you
credit to geek.com for this story.
Thanks, geek.com. But still, you know, what can you do? It's not like it's copywritten.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not like they can't do this.
That's totally true.
I mean, that's the nature of the beast, really. They don't have to. They could call it whatever the hell they want. They could do whatever the hell they want with it, and then they can sell it. And if people are buying it, then oops.
You know what they can do?
What?
They can burn in hell too.
They could.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you a lot.
What?
That's Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
He was on Tosh.0 apparently.
Really?
Like,
Really?
last week.
I missed it.
Doesn't surprise me.
Wait, Tosh is new again?
I don't know. I don't watch that shit.
Oh yeah.
Stan watches
It's
it.
like your life.
Marvel vs. Capcom Origins came out.
Where was the beginning?
This is XBLA. Nobody has played it, so cool.
I'm not into fighting games. I can't do them. I can't wrap my head around the competition between that. I'm pretty sure I've said this before. Fighting games are not my thing. I appreciate anyone who's out there kicking ass at fighting games, but I can't get into it. I'm not that competitive.
NBA 2K13 comes out. Jay-Z, I hear, executive produced that.
Basketball's my favorite.
I just don't like it. It's not good.
Bit Trip Core came out for PC, so I believe that's a port from the WiiWare version. You guys have been into those Bit Trip games? Everyone's into Runner, right?
I didn't like Runner.
I
Too hard.
never really played them.
Too
no.
fast.
I contemplated it.
Runner is the most popular by far, I think.
I didn't like Runner because you would get to this level and then you would beat, 95% of it, and then you'd mess up one time, and then you'd have to go back and replay those 3 minutes to get up to that point.
The game can be pretty frustrating on those long levels, especially.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if the game consists of a bunch of shorter levels, yeah, that'd be pretty sweet and nasty, and I'd love it. But I can't progress any farther because I don't care about beating this fucking level.
I'm with you.
It's too.
But
it's too hard.
Bit Trip Core came out. It's like a weird. It's hard to explain.
Like
it's a rhythm-based shooter, and it's real hard. It's you play as this plus sign, this cross, and you're in the middle of the screen. You could say a crosshair, and you can shoot up, down, left, and right. So
is it a shmup?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's weird. It's kind of like an ambient shooter. Basically, there's these dots that move around, and you have to imagine.
Imagine you're across in the middle of the screen.
Internet is a series of cubes. No, a series of cubes move around the screen, and you have to shoot them by pressing up or a direction and shoot as they cross by an axis.
Okay.
It's real hard once you get a lot of things going at once.
Right.
A viewer was nice enough to give me a gift code. I don't know if I like it. I found myself spending a lot of time being real frustrated. Being what? There's too many things for my brain to parse what's going on.
Too casual.
I guess so. 5 minutes into the game, when it first started, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is cool." And then it was 1,000 cubes on the screen at the same time, and I can't do it. I admit defeat.
That's a long series of cubes.
Played Runner 2 at PAX though. That game was fun.
Was it? Did he run farther than the first one?
I'm not going to
run
dignify
twice.
that with a response. So that's new releases basically this week. Bit Trip Core, Resident Evil 6, NBA 2K13. It's hard to say.
Almost NBA Live.
Yes, it almost came out today. War of the Roses. This Friday we've got Sonic Adventure 2 and Nights into Dreams. And that's it. Next week is the big ones. XCOM, Dishonored, Worms Revolution, Fable the Journey. Who cares? Of Orcs and Men. Possibly, we don't know anything about that yet. Harry Potter for
It sounds
Kinect.
cool.
But mostly XCOM and Dishonored.
Sure.
And I'm sure Worms for some people.
Me?
Yeah, true.
Because I haven't got my copy yet.
Oh, sorry.
Have you guys played yet?
Nope.
Not together yet. No.
That was a worthwhile investment.
I want to play it.
It's not out yet. We got a week left to rub it.
No,
Rub your nose in
I'd
it.
play with you.
Then get it.
Yeah, can't. You stole my copy.
Actually, it was given specifically to me.
Fox is the Worms guy. I had to.
I was better than him. Didn't you see this?
First of all, you fluked. That is hard.
Second of all, you didn't upload the other match where I kicked your ass too.
You didn't kick my ass.
I beat you.
I don't think so, Tim.
I know so, brother. I won Admit it.
Brother.
Yeah.
Ryan and I have very like deep, far-reaching memories of worms, like staying up all night during university.
Touching
playing.
your worms together.
That was a
Wow.
weird time in my life.
This is fun.
Sometimes that's what university's for, man. Experimenting with worms.
I mean, I could have been doing so many other things, like getting drunk and getting fleas from bitches.
Well, we
but-
did get drunk.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Actually, we did get drunk. I forgot that because we were so drunk.
Wow.
So cool.
It's not.
Oh yeah, no, it was just like real badass over here.
This is just joking.
I was so drunk, I forgot how drunk we were.
So brave.
Ah.
Anyways, do we cover upcoming? Is that all the upcoming
that's
games?
upcoming. Unless there's something I'm
Wow.
missing on Steam. Nope.
Probably not.
Nope.
Any other news?
Cliffy B left Epic Games.
Yeah.
That is kind of a shock.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. For us, anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure he probably
Right.
knew before today.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't know. He always seemed a little bit on the douchey side. I can't speak.
No, I
for-
agree with you. You seem like a punk ass.
Yeah, but I maybe that's just like his persona or something. I don't know. I don't know the guy personally, but he kind of came off that way sometimes. But yeah, I mean, good luck to him and whatever he does. Wasn't he just like the PR guy?
No,
like
man,
he didn't.
he's like the creative
The
director.
founder.
You're a founder of stupid. What? Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, I
No,
found you,
really
you
harsh.
asshole.
I get it. That was good.
Thank you.
I don't know. That's fine, I guess. Epic's still gonna continue to make games.
Maybe they'll make Shadow
right?
Complex 2 now.
Well, the first one was apparently really good.
Maybe.
Everyone says that it was one of the best like arcade games.
Maybe.
I mean, I haven't played it.
Maybe.
I don't know what you want me to do,
I
man.
don't know. I'm trying to think of some news that we got here. Do we had some NBA Live got canceled?
NBA Live got canceled. Ubisoft upset with fan reaction to Splinter Cell Blacklist. Well, there's that fucking surprise.
game.
You don't like how we changed the entirety of your game? Well, suck it. Here's another daylight episode or daylight level in Afghanistan. You're welcome.
We got this new weapon, and it basically just like vaporizes everybody when you throw the grenade at them. Like you don't even have to see them to kill them. Hey, where you guys going?
Borderlands 2 beats Mass Effect 3 for biggest UK sales debut so far this year.
Way to go, UK.
Not too surprising, really.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it's
don't
a
know.
big
Mass
game.
Effect, it is a good game.
No, it's a big game.
Yeah, it's a good game. All right. Is that it? City of Heroes is getting canceled.
Yeah.
Shut down.
That sucks.
They need a hero. I need a hero.
Ali Bam Bam always sings that when we used to play Dota.
Really?
Yeah. It's so
He's
weird
a
that you
man.
just brought that up, actually.
He's a good
Friend
dude.
of the site, youtube.com/Ali Bam Bam.
He's a good
Play
guy.
some Isaac.
Does he?
Yeah, now and then.
Does he like it?
No.
Yeah, he hates it.
Fox. No.
I thought there was
Oh.
some bigger news. There was some news that we missed from this week's. There's news.
If it's big, it'll be in the questions asking us about it, so we could always just.
Oh, yeah, we could move on to that.
There's got to be more news.
Dude,
I'm looking.
Go
Give
to-
it a second.
Giantbomb.com. Just go to the front page.
I already went there. There wasn't
Well,
very
then
much.
there
do you
you
think there's any
go,
news
you
on our
turkey.
forums?
Huh? What?
Well, we don't need to talk about this. People have been bringing up that Xbox rewards program.
Oh, what? Can someone...
Okay.
Is this new?
Yes.
They've been doing this
Sort
forever,
of.
it seems.
They're rolling out a wider version of it, as I understand it.
Okay.
So they're doing this rewards program primarily for Xbox Live Gold members, where basically if you complete certain objectives, you get rewards back in the form of Microsoft points. There might
Okay.
be other rewards, but all the ones I saw from the website were Microsoft points. So it's things like if you renew your subscription, you get like 200 points back. If you refer a friend, you get 100 points. And then there's like tiers of rewards based on how many achievement points you get as well. So as far as I know, this is new, but it's stupid and it's not really much compensation.
Yeah, but it's just a little bit more incentive. I mean, is it better or worse that this is here?
I mean, I guess it's better because at least people are getting something back. But it's
Right.
like a real transparent marketing technique. Like some of the things I saw aren't so bad. So like, if you're gonna renew your subscription anyway, it's cool that you can get 200 points back. I mean, 200
Exactly.
200 points is $2.50, but I guess it's something. But then there was one that was like, in October, if you spend 2,000 points or more on a horror stuff, you'll get 300 points back. And I was like, oh, that's gonna. Some people are gonna spend money on shit that they don't want.
Well, then that's their fault.
I agree, but I still
really.
think it's stupid.
I don't know. It might be stupid, but it's not harming us as consumers unless you're buying useless shit to get 250 Microsoft
Well, I get,
points,
that's the
you know?
thing. It's bothering me because people are bothering me about it. They're like, people are being like, "What do you think about this?" And I'm like, "Well, if Microsoft was forcing me to do this, I would be pretty pissed off." Like, there's a survey on their site, and if you take the survey, you get 20 points back, which is like functional equivalent of a quarter. Somebody on the street stopped me and was like, "Hey, if you do this survey for us, I'll give you a quarter." I just tell them to go fuck themselves. But I don't know.
I would actually do it.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, can I take it 8 times so I can buy a soda?
Right. No, I mean, it makes sense. And I mean, sure, it's not worth it. But then again, why does it matter? Okay, for me, I get 250 points for nothing. Because I'm going to renew my Xbox Live.
Just 200.
Okay, even worse, but okay, I'll take it. But in the end, I'm getting stuff for really doing nothing. And if someone wants to buy those horror games in October because they feel like being in the horror mood, then they're going to be rewarded again. So it's marketing, and that's typical marketing, marketing 101. But whatevs.
I don't know.
They're making money and they're giving people the incentive. They're giving people things. That's a good thing. They're not taking it away.
They need the extra money because apparently Windows 8 is gonna blow real hard.
I hope it doesn't.
Minecraft Xbox 360 edition has announced that it has sold 4 million copies.
It's not
That's
enough.
a lot of.
That's
It's
a
not
ton.
enough. It's not
Apparently,
enough,
in August, it was number 1 on the Xbox Live play charts, like for people playing it at one time. So more people were playing Minecraft on Xbox Live Arcade than were playing Call of Duty Black
Call
Ops.
of Duty. Jesus Christ. Well, Call of Duty. Wait, Modern Warfare 3 is the latest.
Yeah,
one.
but this is higher than Black Ops.
Well,
yeah, but Black Ops is an
is
old
Black
game.
Ops?
Yeah, but this is
Yeah,
this is
that's-
higher
that's
than
what
Black
I was-
Ops though.
Well, that's skewed, freaking man.
I will say I enjoy Black Ops more than Modern Warfare 3, though. Not that you guys care, because I'm a casual scum,
Casual scum.
for liking Call of Duty games.
This is casual scumbag over here.
Casual.
Yeah,
scumbag.
I know.
That's
Sorry.
what I got for news. Not a whole bunch. 4 million is an insane amount of copies, though.
How much
Notch
does it
is
sell for?
rich
15
as hell.
bucks?
That man
20.
just like
20. Fuck.
lays.
Man, imagine if they
Ooh.
sold it for 21. They'd make an extra $4 million.
Jesus Christ.
Wait a minute.
As in-
So it sold 4 million copies at $20.
Yeah.
It's grossed $80 million for them.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus
so much
Christ.
money. So much money. That's only the Xbox Live.
Yeah, it's the
version.
port.
A port.
Doesn't even count the
Port.
mobile version, much less the PC version.
Notch is gonna
Oh.
like go and buy an actual port with all of his money.
Did you
He's
like Port-au-Prince or something?
Porto.
Did you see the pictures of Mojang's new office?
No,
I
I
tried
saw a
to.
link to it, but then I didn't click it because it was a website that I didn't want to go to.
It looks nice, real
Really?
swanky. Like those like leather couches that have like the divots in them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
What's gonna happen if Mahjong's next game, Squirrels, that's it, right?
Scrolls.
If that comes out
Yeah,
and it sucks, it's still gonna sell, right?
yeah, probably.
Like, I don't know. It's just it's so much to live up to.
Plus, what's his face is working on like, 1
Oh, that's
X10C
space.
or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He's been tweeting about it a lot more lately. Apparently, he's
Has
been
he?
making. Because for
What's
a while,
his face?
That guy who just
he
made
who must
$40
not be
million on a
named.
port.
No, because for a while he was talking about, oh yeah, new offices, this, that, lazy, and he wasn't working on it. I think now he's kind of getting back into it. I don't know. I kind of checked it out when I first heard about it a while ago. It seemed sort of interesting that it's based.
I thought he let it die.
What?
I thought he let it die.
No. He's been working on it a lot lately.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, he just tweeted about it today.
Oh. Yeah. So is it like a space exploration game or something?
Yeah,
Is that
kind
what
of
it
like
was?
that, but you actually are given a computer or some kind of programming language built within the game, and you can use it to like hack your computer and shit. I don't know. It's crazy. It seems like for hardcore-ish gamers, it's definitely not any casual scum game.
I love that term. I hate it, but I love it.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like basically you survive. People can kill you or help you. You can like download viruses onto somebody's ship and like shut down their shields or whatever.
Shut them down. Shut them all down. They're dying, R2.
I made a promise to Mr. White.
Rest of the podcast is just the Michael Caine accents.
Here's hey, 6 minutes ago, Michael A.L. Fox checked into the Fox Ranch on Foursquare. Really? That's a thing that and you said podcasting, yo.
Yeah. I gotta make
Wow.
sure I'm downloading all the apps on my new phone. I gotta make sure they work.
Yeah, how's that? Seems to be working out pretty well for you.
Yep, the internet
Mr.
works.
Fox. You're scum. Fucking scum. All right, is this Q&A?
Yeah, might as well. It's a light
Right.
week, I guess.
As well, where are we? 26, 3 hours ago. First question. Well, it has to do with Cliffy B. Now that he's leaving Epic for a much-needed break, I guess we don't really have anything to say about that we haven't
We don't
already
know
said.
Cliffy B personally, so
He's probably a pretty cool
wish
dude.
him all the best. I mean, I don't have anything against him. I haven't played like any of his games since like Jazz Jackrabbit, but
I liked Gears of War 1 and 2. I haven't played 3, but
I heard that it's pretty good.
yeah, maybe.
And now they're making a fourth one.
It's a prequel, though,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's prequel.
Don't call it a sequel.
No, I didn't. I called it a prequel.
It's a thank you.
It is a pre-thank you. And post you're welcome.
Question: how did you, Michael Fox, and Josh Smith meet? Is there a sex tape? We've talked about
Every time.
we met in the North Pole because we were all there for a research expedition to find unobtainium. And
And then we obtained it.
Yeah.
And then we did it sexually. And there is plenty of sex tapes out there,
But
It's
they're-
on
they're
video.
none of
Cassette
which
tapes,
you're
though.
going to be able to see.
like.
Yeah, they're just like the
Do you
audio.
think in like 10 years, kids are gonna be like, "Mom, why is it called a sex tape?"
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone's going to say
And then
that.
you'll have to explain. Well, we used to print our videos on tapes that ran through a machine that shone light through them, and they're gonna be like, "What?"
What?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to explain to my future children.
Oh, I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna make them watch some VHS shit. You know,
You're going to put on like Ron Jeremy.
I'm gonna put on Rudy.
Or Debbie Does Dallas.
I love Rudy. Oh. Okay. Do you guys buy into? Oh wait, sorry, I missed one. Actually, this is kind of interesting. Ryan, maybe you can.
I don't know
Speak
anything about it.
YouTube has changed its content ID system to allow content owners to directly send DMCA takedown notices for infractions. Thoughts? I don't quite understand it, to be honest. I mean, like, okay, the content owner can talk directly to an infringer, an infractor. Is that good? Is that bad? Hello. Hello, Clarice. I don't like. It's hard for me personally. I just, as long as YouTube doesn't screw me over, and
just keep it cool, like, YouTube.
Any publishers or developers aren't like, oh, you're giving free advertising to my game. Why don't you go fuck yourself and just delete it? Like, that's not cool. I mean,
that'd be bad.
Free advertising. But apparently there's a few different options. They can just, like, allow you to keep the video up and then just take all of the advertisements, or, like, if there aren't advertisements on it, they can put them on there and then claim all the money. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
That's bad for the Let's Play community, to say the least. But I don't know. I don't think too many developers are actually going to do that. It's like chump change, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if it's a small enough developer where that money would be good for them, they're actually going to be smart enough and be like, yeah, this is good press for me, so I'm just going to be nice to this guy in hopes that they keep promoting my game. So
exactly, man. Everyone's happy.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change too much stuff immediately anyways. I don't see any problems. But what do I know? I'm just a kid and nobody likes me.
What?
Simple Plan.
It's a good song. It's from The New Guy. That DJ Qualls movie where he breaks his dick in half.
Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff.
And then changes everything about himself to get the love of a girl.
Well, yeah, you got to do that in high school. You got to be cool. I would see that when I was 12 years old.
Nice.
On a date.
Oh.
And it was PG-13.
On a date.
And we were like, man, we're so badass for like getting in this movie when we're 12 and it's PG-13. We didn't have a parent.
Did you get the first base?
I got the first base.
Second base?
I'm not gonna.
No, you didn't.
I'm fairly confident I didn't get the second base.
What was his name?
His name was Michael.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good guy.
Okay.
Bad kisser.
No, he's great, I hear. He's got a really strong tongue.
This is so stupid.
Too much tongue.
Okay, next question. Do you guys buy into any of the general developer publisher game hate bandwagons? Not to say you don't have reasoning, and if so, and why if so?
Zombies.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of sick of zombies. Too.
Every second game on Kickstarter, man.
It's either zombies or space travel.
Yeah, zombies, space, and old school RPGs.
Yeah.
And oftentimes it's like a mixture of them. Remember that old school RPG? We added zombies to it.
Yeah, Slender, like that whole mythos, like those kind of games are popping up a lot lately. Kind of annoying.
My favorite thing on the Kickstarters is like, this game is going to be the best game of all time. We took the stealth of Sam Fisher, Pandora Tomorrow, and we took the gunfighting of Call of Duty, and then we took the racing of Forza, and then we took the magic of Skyrim, and we combined them all into one amazing game.
Now asking
Tokyo
for $2,000.
Drift Racer.
I mean, I love the idea of Kickstarter, but in actuality, I hate a lot of the stuff that ends up on there.
A couple times a week, I go look at all the new video game Kickstarters to be like, is there anything here that I want to support? Nope.
Didn't you just support something like today?
I thought about it, but then I left my wallet in my other pants. So
oh, come on.
Wow.
That was enough.
You tweeted that you supported it.
I do support it. I just don't financially support it.
Just not.
If my wallet had been on my desk or in the pants I was wearing, I probably would have supported it.
You don't have your credit card number memorized?
Wait, you think I'm a big shot? I just pay my
got
slaves
to
to
be a
put in my credit
big
card
shot.
information for me.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I like this question. Why is Ryan's accent not as thick as the others?
I'm not Canadian.
Yeah, that's why I love that question.
Well, why?
He
grew up on the southern side of Canada.
I surround myself with multicultural people, so my accent is like a melting pot or a cultural mosaic.
and I don't.
No,
know,
I went
maybe.
to friggin' Waterloo.
you fuck Mounties all day.
Toll. Moonties.
You only get the Canadian exposure, man. Sorry, buddy.
Screw you guys. I embrace my heritage. I'm not ashamed of it. People love it.
Oh,
Go Canada.
feel the embrace.
What are the questions we got? Oh, I scrolled way too far. Fictional universe? What the hell? Saving progress. Okay. Have any of you played Splunky on the PC? Which version do you prefer? I haven't played it on PC yet.
I've only played the PC version.
I've played both.
People say the PC version's harder.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not very good at it anymore. Like, I play it every once in a while. On my laptop if I'm rendering videos on my PC, and then I'll just get my ass kicked for half an hour, and then I don't know. That's about
It's
it.
easy, man.
I wish it was. I used to be able to get, like back when I first played it, near when it came out, I used to be able to get to like the temple pretty
Oh,
consistently.
Look at this guy.
No. I'm
Big
not.
shot.
I'm not saying because I never really like got into that game,
Ooh,
and like
go to
that's
the
pretty much as
temple.
far as I got.
Temple's just the
Oh,
tip
fuck
of the
you, man.
fucking iceberg, man.
All right, I'm a big piece of shit.
Go to the
Norlion,
temple.
I'm sorry.
I go to the,
I hate
go to
you.
the temple 100 times out of 100.
How many
No, you
how many
don't.
times you guys been to hell?
0. But anyways, yeah.
Gotcha.
And I tried going back, and I can barely even get to like the ice place now.
The ice caves are cool.
They're
I
the
like 'em.
easiest, man.
If you have climbing
Oh my
gloves, it's like insanely easy.
You can
It's
beat
hard.
every level
Talking to
of the
these
ice caves
kids
in like
who
10 seconds if you
Yeah.
have a cape or climbing gloves
Cape and climbing gloves is just like
and
yeah.
compass.
The only
These
time
guys.
you'd have to stop is if it's like the shopkeepers are waiting there. That's the thing. I've went from not killing shopkeepers to going crazy with killing shopkeepers to like now I'm just like I ain't gonna mess with the shopkeepers because it actually has made a difference and
Yeah,
I get
absolutely.
I get farther. Like I sometimes I consider it, but if I'm gonna kill the shopkeepers, I almost like will always wait and consider it in the black market.
Yeah,
And
like,
that's
it's best to
only-
do it there or after. Because
Yeah.
like getting the onk in the black market with all the shopkeepers angry at you is a big problem.
Really?
I think so.
Okay, for me, the black market, the criteria I have as to whether I want to slaughter everybody or not is like if I already have a shotgun,
Yeah.
or if I don't, if there's one that I can buy, or if there's one on the very top tier level. Because if you start whooping ass on the bottom, that's no good because, those assholes are going to come down after you. And I don't like using anything else like a boomerang or freeze ray.
Too risky.
Because there's the second guy right there waiting for you. If
Yeah.
it was just one guy. So, that's my criteria. It's like... Or if you have a pitcher's mitt, actually that's preferred. Pitcher's mitt with sticky stuff and bombs. Because then
yeah.
you can be far back, one-shot kill. Bingo, bango, bongo. Anyways, it's a fun game, but there's a lot of strategy going on there. And a lot of bad luck. Fucking spikes, man. Anyways, what were we talking about? Okay. Oh yeah, we were actually talking about Splunky. That's cool. Next question. Nintendo has an ad campaign where actors play their products and proudly proclaim, "I am not a gamer." Isn't this backward for Wii U?
No, because the whole entire reason that people, one of the big things about the Wii was to get non-gamers into it. And so by saying that you're not a gamer, they're just kind of marketing more towards the outside and having other reasons to pick up their specific device to kind of, I don't know, entice, a larger demographic. And I think Nintendo's been all about that in the past, 8 or 7 years. I don't know how long the Wii's been out, but yeah, a long time. They're always just trying to reach like the new crowd, and that's fine if that's the direction that they want to take. Maybe yes, it is a little bit backwards since they're kind of kicking. I don't want to say kicking to the side. They're the actual gamers, like the hardcore gamers, if there is such a thing for Wii anymore. But I don't know. It's certainly it goes against, the core value of gaming, but to get more people excited about it, it's a different kind of perspective that Nintendo's been going on, so it's kind of neat.
I don't know.
Why don't you know?
Well, I mean, it's like I don't think gaming should be some kind of elite pastime or whatever, I think it should be accessible. At the same time, I just don't want the art form, the mechanics, and all that kind of stuff to be compromised too much to accommodate everybody. Like, there's gotta, you gotta find a good balance of that.
Yeah, maybe perhaps they're stretching the definition of what is a video game and what is video gaming.
Yeah.
And what can you do on a video game console? So,
I don't know. Whatever. It's Nintendo's call. It's not like I am heavily invested in Nintendo at this point anyway, so...
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to pull me in by them saying, yeah, we're catering to non-gamers. Well, all right.
Right.
Ryan?
Yeah, I'm in Nintendo. What's up with that, right?
Okay, next question. Cliffy B, no, we already talked about you. Ryan, you want a question about biology?
No, I already answered that one on Twitter.
Okay, cool. Cool beans. If you could live in any fictional universe, which would you choose? It's a good question. I would live...
Does that's such... Never mind.
I would live in the Batman universe, or I guess the DC, and I'd just go in there and I'd be Foxman and I'd bite Batman's head off. And then people would be like, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, he's dead. I'm sorry. Would you thought Bat was going to beat a fox in a fight? Who thinks that? Who thinks that?
Does, heaven count?
These guys, right here.
What, heaven's not real?
Well, there's plenty of different, I don't know, mythologies that go along with it. I'm not getting into this.
Yeah, don't do it, man.
I'm not. I don't know. Part of me says Dragon Ball Z.
Oh shit! Yeah, change my answer.
The other part of me is all well, I don't know. If I live in this universe, I might not be able to, be a badass. I might just be some freaking Joe Schmo.
You are.
So you got to be part of something that everything is cool for everybody. So maybe Pokemon might be something.
No,
neat.
no, I'm going to Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna go fight with Goku.
You're gonna get your ass kicked.
No, I'm not, man.
There's nothing in this that states that you have all the power of the dragon.
You know Tian Shinhan? He's got the tri-beam cannon thingy? That fucker...
He has 3 eyes, man. He has 3 eyes.
He kept Cell. He was like...
3 eyes. Oh, crying.
Just saying. Dude is freaking powerful. And he wasn't Super Saiyan or any of that mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, I'd be like pussy by the time
Dr.
that the series was ending.
I'd be like Dr. Giro, and I just design all these androids that are super strong. And then I turn myself into an android. Yeah.
I want to live in the Farmville universe.
Oh, your strawberries.
Oh, maybe come on, help build a pen around my pigs, please.
I'll be your friend. Yeah.
Jessica just planted a patch of carrots for you. Oh, thanks. That was real sweet of you.
Yeah.
Right,
Dragon Ball Z.
Ryan's a jerk.
No, Farmville's a good one. Man wants to farm.
He doesn't want to.
Maybe The Sims.
He's lying.
I'll just have other people do my work for me.
If it was The Sims, would time fast forward while you're at work?
No. The farm is my work.
Sucks. I'm saying Sims, you ass.
I was an astronaut in The Sims.
You should go to work at the astronaut factory. Come home.
I'll see you later,
space,
kids.
Honey. It was pretty good.
It's expanding still.
That's what Jeff Osborne's gonna do.
God, my husband has such a boring job. Space is always expanding. I get it.
Oh, there's another quasar.
Why can't you just do something exciting, like be a bassist or something? Travel the world.
I wish he would shave his head more often.
It's Jeff Osborne guy. Love this guy.
Yeah, life's biggest question: scrunch or fold? That's a good question.
Scrunch or fold what?
Oh,
Toilet
fold.
paper.
Definitely a fold.
And
fold.
fold.
Dude.
I'm
yeah.
a folder.
I honestly,
I'm not a Neanderthal.
I cannot respect anybody
I'm not a caveman.
that willingly thinks that scrunching is superior to folding.
How does it? The fold. The whole thing is that you've got a flat surface, so all areas touch the defecation, right?
Yeah,
Or the feces, I guess I should say.
you have more control, more.
But
I
if
say
you scrunch
poop.
it, then
Apply
certain
pressure.
parts of it stick out more than other ones, so they don't touch it.
Right.
Exactly.
You gotta have the paper touch the poop.
Plus, it just makes you look like a dummy.
Well, I don't know. Are you watching people like wipe their asses, Fox? Personally,
You can't
or
prove
is
that. No.
No. All right. That's. I mean, you might check out some like bathrooms every once in a while and see dudes looking in the mirror with half their colon sticking out, but
Half their colon.
No,
sticking
I didn't.
out.
I didn't see that.
Oh, right, that guy.
Oh,
Forgot about
Murray.
that part.
How could you forget?
It's been a long week, man.
Sony have decided to officially stop relentlessly pushing 3D technology. Happy, sad, indifferent.
Indifferent.
Happy, super happy,
Happy,
super
happy,
damn happy.
Yep, me too.
I don't give a shit.
I don't want to buy a 3D TV. It's
Me
bullshit.
neither.
I don't want to
There was
buy.
one on Woot for like $500 today.
I don't care.
What?
There was one on Woot at some point, like recently. It was like $500.
Shit, I gotta get
for,
one
like
of those.
42 inch.
Yeah, it was a genuine Sony.
Yeah, I have no idea. It looked like
Panaphonics.
3D technology is dumb. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's only good.
If I don't like it, it automatically means it's stupid. 3D, you're just stupid.
The thing is, it just completely changes what the movie would have originally been in 2D. Like, maybe originally they would have had this lovely scene with like awesome cinematography in the sunset or whatever, and then instead they switched that out for like this bullet zooming in at your face and like a couple saw blades just like popping out.
What the fuck is this? Like Pocahontas like meets like Saw?
Yeah, I
and
guess so.
guns? It's like Pocahontas was gonna kiss like John Smith, and all of a sudden like it goes like the Matrix theme song plays, and like she's bullet dodging. That'd be a sweet movie. Someone make that.
That would not.
I'd
be
watch
a
that in
sweet
3D.
movie.
I'd watch it in 3D.
I would.
I'd watch it in 4D.
I actually would watch it in 3D. Judge Dredd, man, or just Dredd, I
didn't see
guess.
The movie it's getting good reviews.
Is
yeah?
it?
Yeah,
I wanna see it.
surprising. No, you don't.
I still have to see Expendables
That
2.
movie's garbage.
What?
I like the first one.
Well, then you're garbage too.
It's fun.
Ryan, get off the train.
Is he on the train?
Yeah, he's on the train.
I saw Jawsborne on the train.
Yeah, that's because he's in like.
Wait, I was on the train too.
People don't know the.
Anyway,
Uh,
it's okay.
okay. Next question. Ad campaign. Ubisoft have become enamored with free to play and are planning to add microtransactions to their $60 games.
Yeah, that makes no sense. And I think we've already covered that we don't like
Yeah,
microtransactions.
I don't mind them as long as they're cosmetic only and have no effect on the balance of a game.
And the game was
Yes.
free
And the
to
game's
begin
free
with.
to play. Yeah.
Right.
But like $60, they're already getting $60.
That was what I had such a big problem with in Bellator MMA Onslaught, apart from the dog shit gameplay, was the fact that you could actually buy experience boosters for like $1 a match and then use them in online games.
Right. Yeah, pay to wins. You know, the limit. I hate it. I don't like it. I really don't even like tribes that like their
Same.
kind of style that much. I don't know. I don't like paying for weapons in the game or paying for some content that, more than cosmetic, I suppose.
I agree. Ryan,
Yes.
Ryan unit.
What/who made you want to start making videos? I'm pretty sure you've answered that before. But...
Miss Hannah Minx.
What?
You know, that big-titted white lady who does Japanese word of the week?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, we talked about that hillside. Why do I remember that?
Anyway.
Okay, for those who don't know her, she basically picks a word a week. She talks about the meaning and usage or whatever in like a low-cut top and with like 8 pounds of makeup on. And all these 13-year-old boys are like, yeah, I'm learning. Show me your boobs. I put the pussy in a sarcophagus.
I wish more people would ask me to see my boobs.
I want to see your boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll show you sometime.
Please do. So there you go. Okay, here's one. Well, have we already talked about this? What would you like to see most in the re-release or reboot of Isaac?
Good gameplay.
Oh, man.
No, I meant like no. I mean that Isaac has bad gameplay.
No, like good
just
gameplay
like
from Ryan.
Oh.
I just no. I mean, there's as long as the game is still good, then
Performance
great
is good.
Yeah,
You know,
you always need some good performance.
I don't give a shit. Co-op.
the co-op is getting added, so I mean that's pretty much all I could really
Local
think to
though,
add.
right? Is it local?
Well,
Everything's
even if
fucking
it is local, that's fine. Cause
She
Ryan
hit
and
the
I,
flow. Next
Yeah.
thing you know, co-op got local.
Basketball is my favorite sport.
Umbrella Ella.
All right, next.
Maybe we should take one more question.
Do
right.
you guys want to pick the question then? Because I can't,
Does that count as the last question?
No.
Wait, no, hold on. All right, so you're in a desert, walking along the
is
sand.
the Blade
All of a
Runner
sudden,
thing, man.
you look down and see a tortoise.
Blade Runner.
It's crawling towards you. You reach down and you flip the tortoise over on its back. The tortoise lays on its back, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over, but it can't. Without your help, but you're not helping. Why is
I'm
that?
not doing the Blade Runner test.
You have to do it.
I don't give a shit. Maybe I'm too lazy.
Here's what I do. I take out my knife and I cut its
It's
head off. Simple.
do androids dream of electric sheep?
I know.
Me
Blade
too.
Runner.
Me too. I just don't like it. Fuck turtles, man.
Fuck titles.
Turtles. Is a cat pack back?
What you consider video games as art? No, can't do that. Ooh, browbeat. What? If you could browbeat any YouTube celebrity into being another member of the SP podcast, what does browbeat mean?
You be a get over here.
Who would it be?
What?
Miss Hannah
Basically, asking who we'd want on.
That big boob
Minx. Yeah,
chick.
Miss Hannah Minx.
That'd be fine with me, to be honest. I might hit on her.
I wouldn't.
Baby, your eyes, they're so beautiful.
Yeah. I'd do
Kyle.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
Oh.
And for those of you who are like, which Kyle? It's just Kyle, Kyle.
YouTube.com/Kyle. That guy's funny.
He's really
Everyone
funny.
from Drunk History.
Drunk History's good.
Did you know apparently Kyle was on Parks and Rec?
Yep.
Yeah, I saw.
I like Parks and Rec.
He was the park.
He wasn't the wreck?
You're the wreck.
Your face is a wreck.
Your face is erect.
Yeah, I think it's because my face is a penis.
You know what I like about working on a construction site?
The weird dudes that you work with?
I don't really like them. I enjoy the dumb things they do. But
Like, check their assholes to see
Oh
if they're
my
leaking or, like, their intestines are falling out. Or eat shit out of the dumpster, or even worse, the junkyard.
yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that's real fucking stand-up individuals.
Every day, people are like, "Yeah, we erected this, we erected that," and it's hard not to laugh because it's hard.
It's been a good podcast.
No,
It's
it's
been a
the
good
worst one of all time.
It was one of the shortest.
That's good.
I give it 4 out of 5 Mel Gibsons.
I gave it a 69.
So as always, thanks to you guys for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, Ryan.
Hey, thank you for being here for us and joining you here.
What?
We, you, to you.
You two rock band. You three.
No, this again.
Anyway, where can we find your stuff, Michael A.L. Fox?
You can find it at google.ca and bing.com and yahoo.ge and at youtube.com/Michael A.L. Fox and twitter.com
This fucking guy.
Michael A.L. Fox.
Wow.
Woo!
You do have a good woo.
Thank you. Ric Flair, baby.
And where can we find your stuff, Josh?
You can find my stuff at youtube.com/jsmithoti, and then you can find me on Twitter at jsmith_oti. I like to mix it up.
I gotcha.
He mixed it.
Fuck the police.
Anyway, thanks to you guys for joining me. I guess we will see you guys next week.
I'm gonna be naked.
Yeah, well, I already am, so I'm not going to change anything.
E3. It's warm in here.
No one told me that everyone was naked.
Why wouldn't you be naked when you podcast? It's like an unwritten rule.
I didn't know the rule.
Literally nobody has ever written that rule down.
We'll be the first. We're pioneers.
Somebody tweet it.
Hey, welcome to the Saving Progress
We're getting out of here.
podcast.
Goodbye.
Doodles.